a different type of time, like a red eye from the West Coast. I've been on a different type of grind, like niggas online, I don't win ghosts. Locked in with my brothers though, we the same kind, different mothers though.
Be so for real, bruh. Welcome back to My Brother's Keeper, the podcast that I and my brother have trying to bridge the gap between our 8-year age difference. I'm a millennial, he's a Gen Zer. I'm Brit, and he's...
Welcome to Gen Z versus real niggas versus millennials. We need a new introduction. This is your host, Jack, and this is your co-host. What's your name?
Wow.
What's your
Beyonce.
name? The Atlanta Hate Train.
What's going on at home? There's an Atlanta hate
Everybody hates Atlanta.
Why?
We don't have good brunch.
Please.
We don't have good DJs. The people in Atlanta sucks. Oh, I hate Atlanta. Atlanta needs to be ostracized out of the United States.
What?
There should be 49 states, and Georgia should be completely cut out. That's what they're saying about Atlanta, Georgia. And I really want to get into it because I think it's really just a hate train. I don't think the city's that bad. Now, mind you, I haven't lived in the city for 2.5 years. So I don't know how bad Atlanta is. But everybody has these things to say about Atlanta. Oh, I hate going to brunch, and I hate going to brunch, and it's dim, and there's just hookah smoke in my eggs. I'm going to brunch, and there's hookah smoke in my eggs. And every time I go out to brunch, all I hear is, it's the birthday, look good on your birthday. Like, why do I need a DJ at lunch? And why is this? Why at every club I go to, I have to pay $40? Why do all the people here so pretentious? I don't get it. I think.
Wow, people are using the word pretentious for Atlanta?
Yeah.
Kari, is this true? You're the only active citizen of Atlanta these days. I haven't lived in Atlanta in 5 years. Here's what I will say. Atlanta has changed. I don't think Atlanta has gotten worse. I just think it's evolved into what the culture is now. And if you're not about that culture, you're not going to like it.
Atlanta took a very big swing in 2020 when Atlanta stayed open during COVID.
Right.
And a lot of people from a lot of different cities moved into Atlanta.
That's good.
With that,
Make it plain.
with that PPP and all the money that they had, and then it all ran dry, and everybody was living in Atlanta and got broke. So that's where it kind of caused a lot of muddy waters at. But
that's good. That's a good point.
What's up with the Atlanta hate? Y'all, the same stuff y'all love Houston for, y'all hate Atlanta for.
Right. Well,
I do not get it. How do you love Houston? How do you go to Houston for spring break, but nah, Atlanta burnt out, Atlanta tired? Atlanta is Houston's big bro. I don't want to hear it. Now, Houston, y'all got better clubs. Y'all clubs are better. But Atlanta is the prototype for black nightlife. I don't want to hear anything else about it. No other city has the standard of Atlanta in nightlife. So how are we shitting on Atlanta for all the stuff that you praise from another city? I don't get it. I don't get it. If Atlanta had a beach, it would be the best city in the world.
If Atlanta had a beach, everyone would have an STI or be pregnant.
Everyone probably does have an STI or is pregnant, but that's on another discussion for another day. You know what I mean? That's just on another discussion for another day. But y'all stop hating Atlanta, man. Ever since all that stuff happened with 2020 and then the thug stuff happened and the gunner stuff happened.
I definitely think the thug trial changed. But on the other side of it, Atlanta has gotten a lot more dangerous.
1,000%.
There's a lot more like crime and carjackings and breaking into cars. There are pieces of it I understand.
I
don't
saying
think
2020.
I think that's.
I'm blaming 2020.
It went downhill from there. I definitely think that is the case. But to hate a whole city because you don't like the way something goes, then move to the burbs or get up out of the city.
But it's people who don't really move around in Atlanta coming with the Atlanta hate train. You have never thoroughly moved around in Atlanta, but I go to your Twitter and it says you're from Nigeria.
Atlanta.
How do you hate Atlanta?
You're crazy.
You've never been there.
That's crazy to say.
You're not even a U.S. citizen.
One of those places. Atlanta is one of those cities. If you don't know the right people, you're not having the right experience.
No, because everybody thinks they popping it in Atlanta, but it don't be with people from Atlanta.
Right.
Go get in with the locals in every city.
People.
Go get in. I'm not judging the city until I go hang out with the locals.
Right.
Take me where you go. Take me where you eat. Take me where you shop. Take me to your beaches. Because all the hype stuff that you see on TikTok is not a good representation of the city.
That's not Atlanta.
No.
And I think that goes for any city.
Yes.
Like I was just watching a TikTok about New York City and all the like you know, natives to New York hate. As soon as you see a long line around the block, you're like, oh, something went viral. And I need to stay away from there. Like, I think that goes, social media has really ruined the, like, true, authentic experience of these major cultural moving cities.
Yeah.
You know, the cities that push
Now,
the culture
I am going to play devil's advocate.
Oh.
Atlanta, y'all dead ass wrong for y'all customer service at y'all restaurants. Y'all dead the fuck wrong with that shit. There's no way I should be paying a non-optional 20% gratuity for a table of 2 people. It's not my fault because people don't tip.
Gratuity, aesthetics, decorum, not decorum. We need a dictionary just for
It's
you.
not
We
my,
haven't done a word of the day in a
know,
long time,
No,
Kari.
we haven't. Do you know how
Add
hard
all
it
of those
is?
to the word of the day. Aesthetics, 2 syllables.
Aesthetics.
A-S-S, aesthetics.
Yeah.
Decorum, not decorum. And what's the one you just said? I said it already.
I don't even know.
Please put it on the screen. What was it? Gratuity, not gratuity. Thank you. Pierre is at the door. Jaden, can you go let P in? Thank you.
Yeah, man. Y'all, we need to stop that shit. That shit ain't cool. And also, you know how impossible it is to make a reservation in Atlanta?
Yeah,
You
Atlanta
can't
has
even
gotten
make a
crazy.
reservation at a
The
mid-ass
dining
restaurant?
scene has
Stop that
gotten
shit.
Crazy.
Stop that shit. That shit ain't cool. That shit ain't cool. Like the customer service and client service in Atlanta is poo. I will agree with y'all on that. I don't know nothing about nothing else as far as the DJs, the food, the nightlife. I don't know much about that. But the customer service in the city is ass. And y'all need to fix that shit because that shit ain't cool.
The valet
I ain't
be
rocking
tripping.
with that.
Everybody be tripping.
Everybody
Anyone in
be
a customer
tripping,
service
bro.
position be tripping in Atlanta.
Everybody
That
be
is
tripping.
true.
Social media lingo, you hear it all the time.
No, I do hear, but I've never encountered anyone who only. I hear you.
No, I think majority of the women under 30 only speak in social media.
Fair. All right.
I think, and I'll go even more on a whim to say, our youth, they're getting their personality from social media.
From social media.
It's insane. Like when we were younger, we would get our personality traits from our parents or our brothers and sisters or someone we looked at as
Or
influential.
each other, because we used to hang out outside and play.
Yeah, which is like all that. I mean, it's all in the same room, but kids are getting their personalities from internet personalities.
Or
And that is-
lack of personality.
Yeah,
I think
and
it's a
that
lack of
shit is
personality. I don't think it's actually any
crazy.
personality because they're all carbon copies of
Oh
each
my
other.
God, holy buzzwords! Like,
Right,
oh my God, why are we
right.
speaking in TikTok buzzwords? Stop
Like
it!
the newest one that I've
Don't
seen
talk to
is,
me like that.
The newest one I've seen is "You're the Birthday," and I'm like,
I be speaking in that. That shit funny.
"You're the what?"
I actually said that last night to Tev.
"You're the birthday."
Yeah.
But it was actually his birthday. So how did you mean it?
It's his birthday. It's a
No, I
surprise,
definitely
surprise
think
for your birthday.
I definitely think that's why these kids can't read, write, or spell, because they talk in TikTok.
Man, oh my!
They
I mean,
can't write an essay, but
mean,
they can talk fluent TikTok.
Back to a few episodes ago where I was saying, when we were talking about mental health, where we're saying that people are diagnosing themselves from TikToks.
Right, fried.
All of this shit is, oh my God. People,
Right.
there's a lot of people who you'll talk to and they will only speak in internet. And I'm chronically online, so I get it, twin. I ain't even, like, I get it. But, like, don't talk to me like that. I'm like, yo, please,
don't talk to me like
please
that.
do not talk to me like we're in our TikTok DMs, please.
Yeah, form a
Respectfully.
sentence. Or like you're in the comment section, you know what I mean? I feel like the comment section is the only place where I will engage in that. Because it's so funny in the comment
Nah,
section.
I like trolling. I
the
do like
comment
trolling.
section be fun. But like that's where it should stay. It should stay in the comment section. We should not be talking to each other in TikTok lingo.
I got some Michael Jackson shit going on. I got these white socks on and shit.
We need to do a count of how many times Bobby references Michael Jackson in any setting.
That's my goat.
I thought LeBron was your goat.
2 different goats.
And you
2 different
agree.
goats.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, 2 different goats. But yeah, man. But I'm not even gonna lie. It's sometimes it's fun to talk in TikTok. It sometimes it hit, especially when people get the reference. It's like, twin, you got the reference. Like, see what I'm saying? Like, I'm not too mad
You
at
had
it.
to teach me, like, okay, for example, you not too long ago you had to teach me like chat.
Yo, chat.
That's a big like generational
Yo,
thing. I
chat.
think.
Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe.
Oh, you said
we gotta-
W's in the chat. That's what it was, and I was like, okay.
Yeah, W's in the chat, man.
W's
Gotta
in the chat.
gotta
Got it.
vibe up. Gotta riz up a little vibe for the us for the.
Okay.
See what I'm saying? Gotta get that schwa.
That's one.
Yeah.
That's one.
But no one, you know, but that goes back to the stuff we were talking about last episode about creativity. People don't even be creative
That's
enough.
what I'm saying. It's not personality.
No, they don't even be
Personality is
creative
not
enough to
that.
come up with their own lingo because
Right.
we don't promote drugs anymore.
Oh!
My bad, I'm just kidding. Yeah, that was a joke. That was a joke. That was a joke. I hope y'all understand my personality by now because I don't be serious.
You definitely have personality. No, I think
I don't be
you
serious.
see that so much. Okay, staying in the social media space, right? Like the successful social media personalities or influencers, they succeed because they may be doing the same thing as someone else, but they're doing it differently.
Yeah.
And that's personality. People
Yeah.
who, and you said this last episode, people who just try to carbon copy something and think they're going to see the same success. It's like, no. You're not doing anything different. Not only are you copying someone's formula, but then you're not presenting it differently. You're not giving a story behind it, nothing. And that's what these kids see, oh, like she's famous, I'm gonna just do what she's doing. But like, you've added nothing to it. There's nothing.
Now, you know who I'm a big fan of?
No.
Y'all don't make this weird on the internet. I'm a big fan of Northwest. I think she's one of the coolest little people. I think she's one of the coolest people I've ever seen.
Absolutely. I think that
She
is
cool
a
as hell.
child who is being allowed to be herself.
Yeah, she cool as hell.
And I
Fuck
love
with
when I
Shorty.
see people in the comments defending her like, y'all, she's just going through her goth stage, but she got money to do it. You know what I'm saying? We didn't have the money, but we went through our emo, like, rebellious stages. She
Yeah.
just happens to have the resources and the parents and the, you know, connections to like take it to another level. But she is
Yeah.
not doing anything different than we all did at
She
that age.
performed
She's
in front of
discovering herself.
80,000 people with Kanye
Right.
last week.
Right.
Shout out to
And the
Northwest.
child has more confidence than.
Yeah, Northwest is crazy. I fuck
No,
with
I'm
I
with
fuck
you
with
on
her.
that.
I think
I'm with
she's
you on
very
that.
cool, and that's what I think.
And she's a really smart kid. Like I think, you know, you discredit her, but like, first of all, she shuts down Kim every chance she gets. She's super witty, you know, but I do think you're just witnessing a child that happens to have creativity and resource, which we never see. We see kids with creativity, but when you put a child who's creative and then has money and parents who back her, that's what you get. She's not doing anything inappropriate. How is her wearing blue hair inappropriate? How is her
it's
wearing
not.
fake piercings? They're fake. They're
Yeah.
not real. How
Yeah.
is that inappropriate? The one thing I do find a little sus is that she hangs out with older women, like women in their 20s.
Yeah.
And they are more salacious in their presence online. And that, I feel like, as a mother of a preteen, my daughter's almost 12, that is sus to me. But
Kinda
I'm
bleeds
not-
over.
Right. I'm not mom shaming. You know what I mean? It is what it is. But as far as like, this child she's going to grow up to be a creative. She's creative, and she's been creative.
She's gonna be a superstar.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. I do think that's going to be controversial, but I do agree with you.
Yeah,
I agree.
I like.
My daughter is 11. I
Northwest
allow her to
ways.
wear makeup. She wears acrylic nails for certain occasions, like, because I see that like, she loves that. Like, that's her creation. She comes out of her room, and it's not like she's not wearing heavy makeup. It's not a beat down, but she'll come out of her room. I'm like, dang, you slayed that clean girl makeup. You know what I mean? And I'm like, I feel like I'm feeding into her
Purpose. or
her
whatever it is.
creativity,
Yeah.
but also her confidence. You know what I mean? It all starts at home. And like, I'm not going to shun her. If that's her interest, that's her interest.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? With the guise of appropriateness. And I think it's unfortunate because North is in the public eye. And so she's got lenses on her that are unfair.
Yeah.
If she was just a regular 12-year-old and she was doing that, no one would have a say so because we wouldn't have access to what she's doing.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? We don't, you know?
Yeah.
She's homeschooled now. She's no longer going to school. Her mom fully supports her creative outlet, you know? And I think it's also probably hard because her dad is a little unstable. And I think, you know what I mean? I think it's a beautiful thing that they're able to connect in that way. That is the way they connect.
No, they do. They do.
They have the resources for that child to be doing whatever she want to do. Let her do it.
I saw an interview where Kanye said that he asked approval from North. He's
Yeah.
like, well, how do you think of this song?
Do any of us think
That shit
North
is
is doing
fire.
anything North doesn't want to do? The same way you said about, and not to equate North to strippers, but the same thing you said about Magic City. Like, these women are not in the club because they don't want to be. I'm just saying, like, do you think Northwest is doing anything she don't want to be doing based off what we know of Northwest?
Insane correlation.
Well, I gave it.
But no. No.
Thank
No. That's
Hot
cool.
topic.
And it's people don't even understand, like, for your dad to be of the stature he is of Kanye West, probably the greatest creative of our generation.
And then your mother to be the most famous person on the planet.
But your dad is asking you for approval of his art.
What that does for her, what that does for her confidence, what that does for her,
That's
and then your
crazy.
dad to invite you on his stage,
Yeah.
and in his studio, this child she moves different because she's not living the same experience as normal 12-year-olds.
No, she can
So
move.
how do you expect her to show up as a normal 12-year-old and her experience is something on a whole other level?
She can move mountains at 12 years old.
Because say what you want about Kanye West, but he's still very respected in the music space and for his creative genius. So for him to give that respect to his child,
Yeah.
she's untouchable.
And his kids love him right now.
Yeah.
I don't know what they're gonna do when they
Right.
become
Their
fully
trauma
conscious
or whatever, right.
I don't know what that's gonna look like, but
Yeah.
as of right now, his kids love him, so that has
Right.
enough to say
Right.
on the topic. But do you think violence in video games is affecting our community as far as music, video games, movies, all that type of stuff?
What's our community? Like black community, black kids, just human community. Okay.
I would
Aspects of like shootings and anything, you know, is it
I would go out on a limb, and this is going to be very controversial. I will say yes. My favorite rapper was Wiz Khalifa, and all he did was smoke weed and get tattoos, and all I have is tattoos, and all I used to do was smoke weed. So it is to own, you know what I'm saying, to each his own of what you want to like. So I would assume if you like a rapper who is more on the dark side of talking about other things, you would want to get into that. And even now, and someone who's almost 30 years old, I only like listening to music that I can relate to. I don't want to listen to somebody I can't relate to. I don't want to listen to it at all, unless it's like setting the mood, unless they're singing to me. But if it's rap or something like that, I do not want to listen to it because I can't listen to it or I don't respect it. So I 100%, I don't know about movies or video games because I played 1,000 Call of Duty games, and not once have I said, let me go die for the United States of America.
Yeah, no, I agree with you.
I can't agree with that one.
My husband doesn't like our son to play with guns, and I get it, and I don't really care.
Yeah.
But I'm not sure I've ever met like a young boy who played with guns and ended up being like a school pew-pew.
Kyle Rittenhouse
You
or
know what I'm
something
saying?
like that.
I don't know, but I definitely think there's a psychology there. I definitely think it affects them. But and specifically young boys,
Yeah.
think that it is just in their nature to be aggressive and to be, you know what I mean? Like I think that's just like I don't know. I just think that's a boy thing.
Yeah.
But I'm sure there is a psychology there, and it does affect them in some way. I just, in my own personal experience of life with kids and people who watch that type of stuff, I think what is more important rather than what they're watching and consuming is who they're around. Do you know what I mean? Like I think if your
That
child,
is the biggest influence.
if your child can differentiate real from fake and realize like that's acting, that's not real, or when, like for example, we were just at the house with our little cousins, and there's a Hulk mask, and one of the kids put the Hulk mask on, and he was like Hulk smash, and then he took it off, and his personality completely changed. It's like he understood, like when the mask is on, I'm
Yeah.
Hulk, and when it's off, I'm myself.
Yeah.
And I think if you're teaching your children how your children are aware that there is a difference, like that's a game and this is real life.
Yeah.
But if your children are surrounded by violence in real life, and then they're playing violence and they're consuming violence, yeah, they probably are going to have some issues.
Yeah, no, I will go on record right now and say you can do a hell of a job parenting, but your kid's upbringing depends on who they hang out with. You can raise your kid as
What
good as
they-
you want to. That has
Your
nothing to do.
children are at school like
The most
8
impressionable.
hours a day.
The most
not
impression
around
comes
you.
from the friend group. If they're hanging around whatever it is in the friend group, this is who they're going to be molded to do. Now, your parenting becomes where they have discernment of like, nah, I don't think that's really right. You know what I'm saying? I don't think that's really it. Now, that's what your parenthood comes in. Like, did I teach them the right moral compass? You know what I'm saying? Now, if they don't have that, the easily impressionable will always be impressed upon. I don't think that's
another thing. I think that's another big thing we're talking about. Are your children rooted in who they are and their confidence? Because if they're not,
Yeah.
then they're going to be swayed. They're going to be
Yeah.
swayed by anything and anyone.
Yeah.
That's another big thing. And we talked about this in the last episode. Is your home a safe space where your children can express themselves, be themselves? Do they know who they are? Or are you sending them out in the world with all these questions and they're finding the answers in other people?
can't find the answers
Do you
in
know what I'm
other
saying?
people.
Like your
Yeah.
kids they should not be able to find answers in video games and movies. They need to be finding the answers at home and knowing the difference between what's real and what's fake,
Yeah.
what's fabricated and what's a story versus real life and how you should be operating.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, like I've seen in my own personal experience, and I'm sure a lot of the audience can relate, like I've had certain friends that I went all the way up to middle school with, and they were a sad person, and then they went with a different friend group, and their whole life course
Their
changed.
trajectory is totally
Yeah, the whole trajectory of their life changed, whether it was for the better or for the worse, depending on who they hang out with and who they wanted to impress. Their life completely changed.
Yeah.
It doesn't. I know where they're from. I know what their
Right.
upbringing
You're like,
is.
I know you.
I know the type
know
of
you.
parents and the type of household they grew up in, but they wanted to impress their friends, so they went, or their friend group, so they could be accepted. Like everything in life, for humans, we just want to be accepted. We want to
be loved,
we want to
we
be
wanna be
formed
accepted,
into a
yeah.
group. Like
Yeah.
that's what it is. I don't care what anyone says. You can say you want to be a loner all you want. You will be a loner within loners, and now you're in a group. So I definitely would say music, movies, and all that plays a part. But if you could be changed from the music, you could be changed from anything. Anything.
Right.
Because there's
Absolutely.
also an ass load of people, word of the day, ass load. There's an ass load of
like
people who could who listen to the same music, but they didn't do the same shit that this person did.
Right.
Or they played the same video game and they didn't do what this person did.
Right.
So because they have a good foundation to jump off of, and they like, yeah,
That's
I
just
like that,
music.
but that's
Just
the music
music,
I listen
right.
to in the gym.
Right.
That's not my life.
Right.
That's the music I listen to before a game.
Right.
That's not my life.
Right.
You know what I mean? So
And it all goes back to like how they're being like raised in the household. I think that
Yeah.
everything goes back to the house. If your child can leave out of the house and know like I'm so like I know who I am. I know what's right and what's wrong. I know that like even when someone does something wrong, like I don't have to follow that. That's all confidence and understanding
And-
that is taught in the home, in my opinion.
and that goes into what I said a few episodes back. I think finding the right person to have a kid with matters more than who you marry. To me, because
Well,
it's not
but-
only
okay.
affecting your life, that is affecting your kid's life. So if you can figure out how to have a healthy family system within whatever it is, your baby daddy, your baby mama, your marriage, you can positively impact this kid's life.
Yeah.
That's how I feel about
But
it.
I don't think anyone should just be making babies. Like,
Nah.
I don't think you should just be like, let's just have a baby. Like, I think the intent should maybe always be to, like, create a family if you can.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't have my daughter thinking I wasn't
Yeah.
going to be with her father, but that became very clear. You know what I mean? But, like, not just to have, like, I think people have kids for
But
very
what's the point
selfish
of
reasons
what's the point of having a
sometimes.
family if it's not a family?
I have no rebuttal.
What's the point of having a family if there's no safe space
Right,
in the family? If there's no home, or there's no feeling of like, I can always come here without being judged, and I know that this is where I'm safe. That's not family. That's
If
just that's just ego.
Excuse
and
me, that's a whole nother episode.
yeah, that's just ego. And I married somebody, and we have a good.
That's what I was about to say.
called?
Like a lot of times people
That's
have
no good.
kids in a very selfish way, like for the look of it, or like because they just want to have a kid. You're not thinking
Yeah,
about
that's
the
no
fact that
good.
someone's life and who they become is your sole responsibility.
Everybody's trauma starts in the house.
Absolutely.
Everybody's trauma starts in the house.
Okay. Yes, but also no. You could live in a really good household and something could happen to you outside of the house, like grape.
Yeah.
Or, you know, like, but I
Grape
get
is
what you're
crazy,
saying.
yeah.
No, you don't say that word on YouTube, babe.
No, no.
That one you don't say.
Do you think the film industry is controlling our lives?
Not just film,
All film.
entertainment. The entertainment industry. I think Hollywood for sure is intermingled with our government. And so, yeah, in that piece, yes. I do. I think the money, finance, Hollywood, government is the holy trinity of evil as far as I'm concerned. So, yes. In short, yes. The entertainment business is definitely to blame for, or not to blame, but a part of how things move, where things move, what we consume, what we're not consuming, what we're allowed to see, what we don't see. I think there's always a level of censorship going on. There's always a piece of propaganda going on.
Yeah,
always.
That's what I was about to get into.
Always. And that's why I think, like, okay, look at the whole Epstein thing. Epstein was so intertwined with the entertainment business, government, everything, where everyone is not wanting to talk about it because all these industries were involved.
Epstein was so bad, we done went back to space and we done started the war. That's what y'all need to know. Epstein was so bad, we done went to war for no reason because Benjamin said we need to go to war. Nigga said we need to go to war and we done went back to space.
This
for
is
what?
transcontinental. This issue is transcontinental. And if that don't scare y'all or wake you up to realize everyone in power, everyone with money is in this.
No, someone just stepped down in another country. I don't know if it was Europe or something like that. Someone in another country just stepped down because they were in the Epstein files. The Epstein files are so bad.
Deep.
The president went to war for no reason.
To cover it up, to distract us.
For no reason.
I absolutely think the entertainment business.
Free Diddy though. Free Diddy though.
No.
Cause Diddy wrapped up in it. Diddy the pawn. My bad.
I think Diddy got his 4 years. Yeah. I think Diddy got his 4 years. I think 4 years is enough.
They only got Diddy because what they was doing on that island was way worse.
Oh, absolutely.
That is the only reason they went and got Diddy.
I don't think it's free Diddy. I think it's Diddy needs to serve his time and then get out. I don't think it's free Diddy. Diddy wasn't not guilty. Serve your 4 years?
Who in Diddy's case didn't want to do it? Now, Cassie, what he did to Cassie, lock him up. Lock him up.
All right.
Lock him up. What he did to Cassie, lock him up. Now, everyone else, did anyone else testify against their will about what they did? No? No, right? Everybody else was freaked out.
Complicit. And I don't know why they're not in jail either. They were freaked out. No, for real.
Nah, like I said, now, guys, please, not too much. I don't know that much about the case. I don't. But I know all the male escorts and the women escorts and everything they involved in. Everybody was with it. So my thing is, what he did to Cassie was wrong. I'm putting that out there, dead wrong. Lock him up. But I think he was a Giselle. What's her name? Giselle. What was the other person who got locked? Yeah.
Giselle Maxwell.
No. She dead wrong. Lock her up.
She dead wrong too. And
keep her locked up.
Okay, all right.
Someone else got locked up, but they committed suicide. Who was that?
Oh, that was something different. That was the guy that murdered the young girl. That didn't have anything to do with Epstein. That was the young, like, I don't know if he was Hispanic or black, but they found him dead 2 weeks after he got convicted of killing that young black girl. I think he was out of Chicago.
He was supposed to get on the stand.
And his daughter ended up I don't know, maybe we're talking about the right person?
I don't know.
Anyway.
I don't know.
Yes. My whole thing is to answer the question. I do think the entertainment industry is a part of the machine. We are part of the problem as well. Because we
are the problem.
We absolutely are, because we laugh at the people who try to call it out, and we laugh at the people and we're like, you're crazy, who are trying to talk about the system and everything that we're up against, and the propaganda and what's being pushed.
I ain't victim shaming because the government is doing it, and
I'm
they're the problem. The government is doing it.
We all really decided to act on what we know, because I think we all really know.
Bro, Italy apparently.
Allegedly.
Italy found out that the government, both sides of their government, were conspiring to just get off on the public. So Italy is not paying taxes. Italy is staying in the house.
That's what I'm saying.
That's what Italy is doing right now. If we could be on that time.
So for example, with the most recent government shutdown, Delta told Congress they were no longer getting their flight benefits.
And shout out to TMZ.
And within 24 hours after TMZ ran that story, Congress ended the shutdown.
TMZ also said, if you see your Congress members, take a picture of it. If you see them in the airport, take a picture of them niggas.
That is an example of if we all got on the same page and woke up and stopped letting these people separate us through social media, movies, entertainment, and all that stuff. Look at what we could do. We could do that.
Hey, this channel is becoming a start of the revolution. You better get locked in.
The revolution has been televised.
You better lock in, man. If y'all don't want to be part of something that changes what we have going on.
Yeah.
Everybody on every side, the left, the right,
Everybody
the middle,
on every
we all
side.
are unhappy. I need y'all to notice that. We are all unhappy.
We are under the rule, listen to the word, the rule of the most divisive human being in the world right now. This man is doing everything he can to keep us separated and mad at each other instead of locking in and realizing he is a part of the Epstein files. He is a part of everything that's going on. But he's keeping us pissed off at each other by starting all these tweets. That's just to get us talking at each other and not at him.
Listen, all these billionaires that they co-spire with, because he is a billionaire also. And what people need to understand is the billionaires run the country, dog.
Not the government.
The government does not run the country.
Not
The
the
billionaires who fund everything run the country.
That's why
dog.
y'all don't
Wake
realize
up,
Doge,
man.
when Elon was over
Wake up, dog.
Doge
Fuck.
disappeared so fast. Elon left Doge because it started to affect his pocket. Doge, I think, was really on to something, but the minute the billionaires started to realize, oh, wait, we're exposing ourselves.
Think of America as a booster club. You have your booster club in sports. They pay for everything.
Yep.
Now think of America. You have your billionaires. We have the most billionaires in the world. We have the most millionaires in the world.
Who's running it?
The billionaires and the millionaires are just the booster club of our government. Pay attention, dog.
That's good.
Pay attention, man.
Make it plain.
Pay attention, man. And then, like, what are we talking about, dude?
Yeah. No, I think it's a matter of, like, more people speaking. More people really having these real conversations about, like, y'all, we really do all know what's going on, but it's so much easier to turn a blind eye and act like we don't know what's going on and live our daily lives because we're not actually affected until we're actually affected.
And then these people run for president on each campaign, and they fundraise $70 to $80 million of campaign money. Where the hell is that money coming from?
Well, we don't have money.
And then you got to think about it. Their
Medicaid,
ideology isn't influenced by their top donor. You don't think they would go up there and say something about Israel or something based off the ideology of their top donor because their donor pulls out? They don't have the funding.
There is a fund.
Wake up, man.
Listen, there is a fund.
Everybody know that, though.
Listen, there's a fund specifically for Israel. I can't remember what it's called. There's a fund specifically for Israel. And from that fund, government officials are paid. They're paid certain amounts of money, and it started to come out. Like, certain people who are backing Trump are getting, like, millions of dollars a year from this fund. Wake up. Thank you guys so much for watching. Let us know what you think about everything we said in the comments down below. Don't spare us. We like all kinds of comments, all right? But keep it cute. Make sure you like, subscribe, send this to someone you know, and we'll see you in the next one. And Jack?
We have to start the revolution somewhere. We talk about we don't have enough revolutionary leaders, but it's just because no one's willing to step up. I want y'all to understand, and y'all need to understand, y'all got to follow somebody. Y'all have to look at somebody for the change.
You can be the change.
That's what I was getting at. The change can be yourself. If you don't like something, it could be plain. It could be plain as day.
This podcast, we're trying to change.
Change it. Let's change the world, man. That's what we're trying to do.
Britt and Jack, out.